Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Beer, Toys and Banter. I'm Nez.
And I'm Dunny.
Thanks for tuning in once again. And if you like what we're doing, hit that thumbs up button for us. Share the channel with all your friends. And subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. That really gives us a big thrill when we see new subscribers coming on board. And as always, guys, please, if you've got any comments about the beer we're drinking, about the toys we're talking about, leave them in the comments section. We do love to read them, and we reply to every single one. So that's the introduction done. Dunny, what beer have you got tonight?
Right, tonight, mate, it's a Push Pineapple Milkshake IPA. It's brewed from the hop factory. The hop foundry, and it's 5%, which should be quite. I know we've had one of these before in Masham, didn't we? A Milkshake IPA.
I think we did, yeah.
So let's try. Let's see what this is like. So again, I think this is brewed specially for Aldi. It were about £1.25 a can, so it's a good price. They've got some great beers in Aldi at the moment. So it's a great golden colour.
Yeah.
Now everything about this beer seems wrong, doesn't it? Milkshake Pineapple IPA.
I love IPAs. I love the milkshake ones, where they add the stuff in to make them have that kind of milky taste to them.
Interesting, mate, that one. You can definitely taste the milkshake.
Yeah, it's lactose that they put into these milkshake beers and ales to give it that milkshakey taste. What about pineapple? That's probably the strangest bit for me.
Can't smell the pineapple. You can taste it a bit. It's not one of my favourites, is that one, mate, to be honest. But it's that's just my taste. It might be somebody else's.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Like I said, brewed specially for Aldi from the hop foundry, 5%. So it's quite a good strength. Interesting, that one, mate. What have you got for us tonight, Nez?
Well, I'm stepping right out the square, probably as far out of the square as you would ever expect me to go.
Please tell me you're not going to lager.
No, not that far. The two beers I like the least are Belgians, as we've already talked about, and sour beers. But I thought I've got to push myself and try some of these things that I don't like. So I've got here Raspberry Mash, it's called.
Right.
And it's from 71 Brewing, which is in Dundee. And it's 4.2%. And it's a raspberry and coffee sour. Now, you'll probably know that I love coffee-flavoured beers, stout.
Absolutely.
So it was the coffee that kind of drew me to this, rather than the raspberry or the sour. But let's give it a go. It should be a very red, ruby-coloured beer.
A lot of people really love those sour beers, don't they?
Yeah.
Again, it's not my particular taste, but I'd like to find one I like.
Well, this, with the coffee, this could just be the one. So let's give it a go. You can't smell the coffee, but it does smell like opening a pack of raspberries. It's very, very raspberry. That makes me think this might be a good summer drink, but let's see how I deal with the sour bit. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
It's actually quite pleasant. I can't taste coffee in any way because apparently this has got coffee in it from the Sacred Coffee Ground Company, but I can't. Very raspberry, and it is sour, as the name would suggest, but maybe there is a kind of a, when it first hits your palate, there is definitely a hint of coffee, and then you get this massive raspberry rush, and then the sour taste as it goes down. I'm actually enjoying it.
Right.
I may be a convert to sours here. I can imagine drinking that out in the garden on a red hot summer's night. I bet that's really refreshing. Yeah, really nice.
I didn't expect you to say that, mate, because I know you just don't like sour beers. And again, it's sour taste. A lot of people love them.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If I went into a craft beer bar, you know, like one of our favourites, Boyce's Barrels or Cask, I would definitely, if they had an array of beers, that would be the last one I ordered, without a doubt, because I would rather go for the IPAs or the American Pale Ales or the Stouts, or, you know, some of these real ales with the fruit. You know, do you remember that plum beer that we once drank? Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Probably one of the best beers we've ever had. But it is nice. I'm enjoying it. So, you know, that's my choice. That's raspberry mash from 71 Brewing.
I might give that a go then.
So, Dunny, what try have you got?
Right, tonight, mate, I've extended my Ewok and Droids vintage collection. And this has come all the way from Australia, from our friend Doug, who kindly got it me. For some reason, cheaper in Australia than it is at UK.
They seem to be, yeah.
Yeah, so this one, again, I'm just picking these up when I can. You know, we all know about like Vlicks and things like that, but if I can see them cheap enough, I'll pick them up. So there we have. Oh, that's really tight. It's creaking. It's that tight, which I like. There we have a beautiful Lady Gorenash.
Yeah, nice, great figure.
Which was actually, I think it worked out with postage to US, £55, which is bargain. I'm only plugging away at these because obviously my vintage figure collection's going. So there we are. It's a great little figure.
Superb little figure, and you know, I'm the same as you. I don't really go out of my way to hunt them down, but if they turn up at the right money, you know, I pick them up, and I'm quite a few short, but they'll turn up eventually. You've got to play the long game, I think, with the Droids and Ewoks figures.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple I've been bidding on, but I just wish I'd have got that Kazarban off you for 20 quid a couple of years ago when you offered it me. Because you see the price of them now and you think, oh, man.
But to be fair, at the time, you weren't interested in
no.
You were busy completing your you know, vintage movie run. And you haven't moved on to the cartoon series, no. So I get it.
But that's absolutely in excellent condition. That I'm really pleased with that one. So that's Lady Gorenash. That's my one for this week. What have you got, Ned?
Well, it's been a big week, so I'm going to talk about a few things. You can probably see in front of me an Enfys Nest Swoop bike, 6-inch. You talk about our friend Doug in Australia. He would normally be here at this time of year, and if it wasn't for COVID-19, he'd be guesting on this show. He'd be here ready for the Star Wars Fan Fun Day. But as he's not coming over, because obviously we can't run the show, you know, similar to you, you were just saying things seem to be cheaper over there. He'll send me Facebook Messenger messages. You know, I've seen this in the local store and it's this price, and I said, and some of it can sometimes come down to simply the Australian dollar versus the pound exchange rate. But he managed to pick me up quite a few 6-inch figures, but I couldn't, you know, resist holding on to open, so they've been opened. And, well, he sent them open. I told him it's cheaper to do it like that. And they've already gone in my collection. But I just thought I'd keep this one out and talk about it on the show, because this is one that I really wanted for the collection. It's absolutely, it's superb. I love the 6-inch series vehicles. And I love the fact that the figure, the Enfys Nest figure, has got actual real fur on it. And it just looks so sleek and great. And, you know, it's another one to add to my solo 6-inch figures, which, you know, that particular collection has got quite a few holes in it, which I hope to plug in the coming weeks, and I'll talk about them on the show. So that's that. Then, and I'm not going to go through each and every thing here, but my son's girlfriend works for Pizza Hut, and I think I'm right in saying it was her manager found these in the loft of one of the Pizza Hut restaurants. And I don't know if you remember, back in 1999, Pizza Hut did these little toys, similar to how McDonald's would do toys with Happy Meals. And this particular one's a walking Suburban, and there were quite a few other ones. There's a pod racer. As I said, I'm not going to go through them all, but there were also some of the things from earlier in the 90s, just a little bit earlier in the 90s, when they did the Star Wars special edition trilogy, and they did some toys for that. That's a little kind of Rubik's Cube kind of thing. And then there's also one that has a Millennium Falcon game. You turn that dial and the asteroids go by, and you manoeuvre the Falcon through the asteroid field. Also in the box were some of these. You can see it's got a Pepsi, because Pizza Hut are part of the PepsiCo company. Pepsi and Pizza Hut, and these are the party cups for the special edition trilogy. So if you had your party at Pizza Hut, you know, as a kid, this is what you would get your soft drinks in. And then there was a set of these CD-ROMs, so you can tell how far we're going back. CD-ROMs to kind of promote the Phantom Menace, and it's a set of 4. And although the covers are exactly the same, inside the picture on the actual CD-ROM has different characters. You can see that one's Anakin. So that was a lovely box of tricks, which I'm going to go through properly at a later date, but I just wanted to mention that on tonight's show. And then it's always a joy when you're a collector and something appears that you didn't even know existed. And I know I spoke to you about this earlier in the week, but I didn't know until I saw this for sale on one of the Facebook groups, that there was a Blackseries 3.75 Rose. And it turns out that this, a bit of research, this Rose was a Walmart exclusive, and that's possibly why I didn't know it existed, because obviously we don't have Walmart over here. Even though we have Asda, which is part of the Walmart family, they don't always get all the stuff that they get in the States. So I was really, really pleased to get that, because it's something different. And as I said, I didn't even know it existed. But the toy I'm gonna talk about tonight, the one I'm going to open, is this one. It's the Mandalorian. Again, from our friend Gareth at Collector's Den. I pre-ordered it, and it came into stock, and he sent it out to me. I've had it for maybe about a week, but I wanted to open it on the show, so I've been resisting the temptation to open it. Everybody's been waiting. I think all the 3.75 collectors have been waiting for this particular figure, and it's part of the vintage collection, so it's fully articulated. Nice little figure. It's the Mandalorian as he appears at the beginning of the series. So he's still got his shore trooper pauldron, and it hasn't got any of his new Beskar parts. Comes with his small blaster. It's really tiny, and of course his disintegration rifle.
Nice.
Which has got a little peg on it, so I'm presuming you can put it on his back somehow.
Answers the questions about no disintegrations, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And it's great, not so much so for the Jawas, but it's great when you see him actually disintegrating the Jawas in The Mandalorian. And then, as you say, it brings home this thing about no disintegrations. So that looks as if it goes on his back somehow like that. Or if you want, obviously you can have him holding it. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that. But it's a really good little figure again. Whilst sometimes you look at them and you think, wow, $12.99 or whatever they are for a little figure like that. But again, this is Hasbro at the best when they come out with a nice articulated figure like that, and the detailing on it is, movie accurate. I would call it. It's absolutely superb. So that's my Mandalorian.
You've had a great old week, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a good week for bits and pieces. And then, you know how it is as a collector. It's feast or famine. Maybe next week I won't get anything and I will talk about an existing piece in the collection or something like that. Interesting to see on the Facebook page when I said, this was going to be one of the figures that we talked about. You're not going to open it, or you're not going to rip it open. Well, I'm an opener, and I make no apologies for it. I know there are people who love to keep everything mint on the card, and if that's your thing, good for you. But I like to open everything, get it all out, get it displayed in the glass cases, and to me, it just looks great. I understand that if you like the marketing aspects of it and the visuals and all that, I get it. I get it all day long. But I'm afraid I'm not in your camp. I'm an opener. So if you're an opener like me, let us know in the comments. Or if you're a mint and box, mint and carded person, let us know in the comments. Let us know why you choose to open and why you choose to keep stuff carded. I think they'd be interesting to read.
Definitely.
And I think just to end, we can give you a bit of exclusive news. If you go on the Star Wars Fan Fun Day Facebook and Twitter pages and Instagram next week, you'll probably see a few teasers because what we're going to do is we're going to auction some of the posters that were up behind the guests from previous years, and the guests have signed for us. And also, while we're talking about that, if you go on any of the Wonky Rocket events pages, Preston Comic Con, Carlisle, or Wonky Rocket itself, that auction is coming up this Saturday. And if you're a Star Wars fan, there are some Star Wars posters in there, but there are also, many others, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Doctor Who, many others, aren't there, Dunny?
Yeah, that'll go live at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
5 o'clock on Saturday, great. So that's it. That's another episode of Beer, Toys and Banter done. Stay safe, everybody. Please, again, subscribe, give us a like, give us, hit that thumbs up button, and look after yourselves. And we'll be back this time next week with more Beer, Toys and Banter. Cheers, Dunny.
Cheers, Nez. Thanks, everybody.